Hi, my name is Bethany Walker, and I'm an independent consultant with Usborne Books and More, and I'm based out of Farmington, New Mexico. And I just wanted to give you a quick overview today about Usborne Books and More and some of the books that we offer and some of my family favorites. I had never heard of Usborne Books and More until a couple of months ago, and I attended a Facebook party and I just fell in love with the books. As a former kindergarten teacher, I loved the mission that they have in providing books to kids, getting books in the hands of kids, and just helping families and enriching lives. And I love that they believe every child is a genius and they just need books that treat them that way and engage them. And I just think that is an amazing statement, and I think that the books really do an amazing job with that. And so I just am excited to share these books with you and just tell you more about Usborne Books and More. So this is That's Not My Puppy, and this is part of the That's Not My series, and we have over 30 different titles. This is probably one of our better known series, and you may even have one of these books or have seen them before. I love the textures, I love just the vocabulary that's used, and I love that it grows with your kid. I got this when my little one was almost 18 months old, and she loved the textures. She loved the pictures. I love the black and white outlines. And now that she's getting a little bit older, she's looking for letters. And as she gets even a little bit older, this will be a great book to go back to as she learns sight words and can memorize it and start to read it on her own. So it's really exciting. On every page there's a little mouse that he's trying to find his puppy. So it says, "That's not my puppy. His collar is too shiny." And you see the wonderful black outlines. And I would even put this book in front of my newborn when we were doing tummy time. I gave him something to look at, and he was definitely engaged, and it was really fun to watch my older one just read it to him and get excited about the book. And so at the end, the mouse finds his puppy. That's my puppy. His nose is so squashy. So just really cute, bright, amazing illustrations. And like I said, it will really grow with your kid as they get older. Usborne Books and More, they do an amazing job with touchy-feely books. So that was one. Here is another. It's Baby's very first touchy-feely book. Again, you've got the contrasting bright colors and great vocabulary. Lumpy crocodile, squashy boots. And then at the end, I love that it switches from adjectives to color words. So again, this is another book that can grow with your kiddos. I would put this one in front of my newborn as well. And then my almost 2-year-old is using it for colors, and we have a lot of fun. If you are looking for some more engaging books for your little ones but aren't interested in flap books, which we have a lot of flap books, this is a great option. And just a side note about the flap books, I love that Usborne Books and More has the 50% replacement policy. So it's a lifetime policy. If you purchase a book from a consultant, then if anything happens to it, whatever the reason, you can replace it for 50% of the cost. You just go through the consultant that you purchased it through. So if you're trying to stay away from flaps, though, this is a really great option as well. It's got, again, the bright colors, but it's got tracks and things that your little one can feel around and do with their hands. So it keeps them engaged. If you've got a little one who might not be interested in sitting for very long, this might be something that you might want to try. And it's really never too early to start reading to your kids. It's an exciting time to watch them learn and grow, and it's super important just as a bonding time and for their development. And I would always tell my parents that the biggest thing that they could do to help their kids learn to read was to read with them. So it's never too early to start. Another book that can grow with your kids as they get older is Ted and Friends. And so this is what we call a combined volume. And this actually you can purchase some of the stories individually. Not all of our combined volumes you can do that, but these are, it's lumped with our phonics readers. And so this is a great book to have to read to your little ones, and then it's a great book to have on hand as you are having your little one learn to read. So you can see that it's thick, and it's got it's even got fold out to make it engaging as well. And all of the stories I think are really funny, so it's fun to read. I have fun reading them, and I love this author and illustrator. I love that the illustrator hides a little duck on every page. So again, just something else to engage those younger kids. This is probably one of my favorites. It was the first phonics reader that we got, but it's Pig on a Dig. And he finds a map that he is going to go and look for some treasure. And so he's digging down, and he digs down. And what has Pig found down in the ground? It's Funny Bunny. There's no old gold here. Fat Cat grins. I drew the map for fun, she says. Big Pig grins. Digging is fun too. Sorry, you couldn't see that part. And so, yes, the cat drew a map, gave it to the pig, and said there was treasure, and then at the end he just is smiling because there wasn't any treasure. He just wanted to send Pig on a dig. So just really fun. If you are looking for a great deal, this is an awesome deal. It's only $19.99 and you're getting 12 stories, and again, it's a book that can grow with your kids. So another thing that Usborne Books and More does an amazing job, and they're very, very well known for their nonfiction books, and I love that they present material, complex material, to kids of all ages. This is one for, I wish I would have had in my kindergarten classroom, so probably for those 5, 6, all the way through middle elementary, who are learning to read and write and just need help in their writing. This would be a great tool to have in a writing center or just at home. If you're looking for something for your kids to do, have them write stories. I remember writing my own stories, and this would have been so fun. I love that a lot of the pages offer story starters or story endings, alternate endings, but it's got great pictures and a ton of awesome vocabulary. It's really, really, really neat. This one's all about knights and castles. It's got one about monsters. What else? Sport words, fun and hobbies, describing food, cooking. Really, really cool. One of my favorites. So this is called Not Your Everyday Illustrated Thesaurus. And another one of our nonfiction, I think this is just beautifully done, is Mysteries and Marvels of Nature. They also have a Mysteries and Marvels of Science. And it's a big book, beautiful, bright pictures, bold text. I love that they break the text up into chunks so it's not too overwhelming for kids. They get enticed by the picture and they want to know more. And I love that the answers they might have questions in their head, and as they're reading, their questions will be answered very quickly. You'll see the difference in the background on the pages, and that is to just engage kids. As they turn the page, it re-engages their brain, gets them excited for reading the next part. So this is beautifully done. This is for ages probably 8 to 12. We also have a series that's the Beginning Reader series, and it's nonfiction that again covers topics that are kind of difficult, and they present it in a way that's not talking down to kids, but it's exposing them to really amazing information. Usborne Books and More also does an amazing job with activity books. So we've got drawing, doodling, and coloring. We've got doodling pads. We've got paper airplanes. We have wipe clean books with dry erase markers for kids. So again, they've got a ton of books, something for every age and every interest. And you've heard me say Usborne Books and More, and the More stands for Kane Miller Books. And Kane Miller is another publisher that Usborne acquired, and they are known for just engaging the heart. So Usborne Books do an awesome job engaging the brain, and again, like that nonfiction that they are well known for, they're engaging your kid's brain, and these are really engaging your kids' hearts and your heart. They have authors and illustrators from around the world, so it's another opportunity to expose your kids to different cultures and talk about maybe the different cultures and where the book originated from. This one is one of our family favorites. It's called Animally. It says, I love you hugely like a whale. I love you shyly like a quail. I love you cleverly like a fox. I love you powerfully like an ox. Sweet illustrations. Again, I love the vocabulary, and this is such a unique book that will be a go-to bedtime story. I just absolutely love this, and we have a ton of books. I wish I could just sit here all day and show you all of the books, but I'll just quick run through. We've got baby books all the way up to high school and college. This one is called Butterflies. It's about a 17-year-old girl that's a burn victim, and it goes through her story and her self-discovery, and would be an awesome book for your older readers. We've got little mini chapter books. This is the Billy B series, and there's a Hey Jack for your beginning readers, kind of ages 4 to 7. You can see a lot of words on the page, but not too overwhelming. And we've got adventure stories. We just have a ton of chapter books that are great for all kinds of readers. So I hope that this kind of gave you a big overview of what Usborne Books and More is, what makes them special, and why they are so unique. And I can't wait to see you at the party. Thanks so much.